And with that, the 90-day arc is completed. And since I finished a couple days early, I decided to come out here to Tofino, one of my favorite places to come. Basically get these huge waves here. My initial plan was to come out here and go surfing, but I tweaked my back working out a couple days ago. And it's only like about 80 or 90%. And I figured it's not really worth it to try and do something and maybe fall off the surfboards awkwardly and get injured. Didn't seem worth the risk. The 90-day arc went better than I expected in a lot of ways. I went from about 480 subscribers to 720, which means that in Arc 2, I should probably have that baseball channel monetized. The TV pilot is, I think, basically 100% edited and ready to start pitching. So Arc 2, I'm going to be pitching a TV pilot for about 90 days. And between all the different TV networks and the kind of quality stuff that gets uploaded on some of these platforms, I feel like it has a pretty good chance of getting picked up somewhere. And if it doesn't, it's just going to go on a YouTube, and maybe I'll just fund them on my own and see what happens with that. My poker hourly goal was 25 an hour, and I finished the challenge at a little bit over 29, which is pretty good. I was a bit under bankrolled at parts of the challenge. For example, when I went to Puerto Vallarta, I spent, $1,500 on flights and Airbnb, and I also ended up having to pay $600 for when my back window broke. So some expenses that kind of took away from having a big enough poker bankroll to make a little bit more than 30, but that's just going to be something to focus on going forward. Pretty much, I would say Arc 1 has been a success. At one point, my balances of my credit cards were almost fully used up. I had less than $100 on any of my credit cards left available. There were a few days when poker was kind of going bad, and I was chipping away poker bankrolls, and it was looking like I was just going to have to blow up my credit. And I just kept telling myself, let's just kind of give it another day, take out whatever small amount you need to kind of keep going without doing that. And eventually, I kind of pushed through and started paying down a little bit of the debt. I really learned in this challenge about myself that I am more and more resilient the more I keep allowing myself the space to try. And I was almost 70 hours behind on this challenge, and I thought I could quit this challenge right now. I'm the only one that it affects if I give up on it. And I just thought, well, let me see how many hours I can do, and let me figure out how many hours do I need to make it work out still. And it was 50 something hour weeks for 6 to 8 weeks, and I just kept doing it, and I finished the challenge a couple days early. And it really let me know that I can actually grind. I can actually put in long hours if I need to. I can devote, 9-hour days for days and days in a row toward my long-term future. I'm pretty happy with how the results went from Arc 1. Arc 2 is going to be some upgrades. There's going to be some more effort put in. There's going to be some more output expected from myself. And the goal is that Arc 1 is the rebuild, and Arc 2 is the emerging phase. This is where I go from the invisible phase where nobody really knows what I'm doing. Nobody knows that I'm working 55-hour weeks back to back to back to back. Nobody cares. But at the end of Arc 2, and maybe even in the middle of Arc 2, I think it's going to really start looking like something from the outside. And so Arc 1 is in the books, success. And Arc 2, I'll go into a bit more detail in the next video, but basically Arc 2, I'm going to push a little bit harder to try to get $30 an hour and above. There's going to be some studying hours that I'm going to spend on that arc and trying to improve as much as I can, and as well as looking for the last couple sites that are out there that have heads up games and doing what I can to kick people out of those sites and push that hourly up. I want the floor of the next 3 months to be $30, and I'm hoping to get 35 and above. I don't really know what I'm capable of yet. I think studying and looking at my weaknesses that I have in my current game will help. Another thing I want to focus on in this next part of the arc is not just making 12 baseball videos. That's fine and well, but I want to actually improve little things in each video. I want to make maybe 8 videos to 12 videos, but quality is going to be number one, meaning I don't just want a video that's just kind of here's the best or worst of this kind of player. I want to make videos where they take a long time to make. They're highly unique. So I've had a couple of videos get 200 subscribers, 100 subscribers, 50 subscribers, and then a bunch of videos that have only gotten me maybe 5 subscribers, to maybe 10 subscribers. And of the 8 videos that I make in the next 90-day arc, I want them all to be 100 subscriber quality. And maybe they only get 10 or 20 because because the audience doesn't care about it as much as I do, but I still want every single video I make to have that sort of quality in mind. And so better videos coming, better poker playing coming, and 90 days pitching the TV pilot. So I'm on Vancouver Island right now, and Vancouver is kind of one of the better places in Canada in terms of pitching television shows and filming stuff. So I'm probably going to be on the West Coast for at least another month. So the first month is probably going to be me pitching this TV idea to all the networks that I think might want it. There's a YouTube channel that I like a lot. I'm not going to mention it yet, but the channel makes clothing apparel, and they also have some documentaries that I think are awesome. And I think my coffee TV show is kind of something that might fit into their aesthetic. So that's another option. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got for this video. Next week, you'll see me back probably either in Nanaimo or probably up toward Campbell River and Courtenay, in that area, a couple hours north. Gonna do a full loop of the island. I've got lots of time and I like to check out these places. Campbell River, there's a couple spots I like to go and hang out in the morning and drink my coffee, read my books and stuff. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Arc 1 success. Catch you in Arc 2.